Sultan of Sokoto sends strong message to Nigerian government. So what message is Sultan of Sokoto sending now? And why didn't all this message come when Buhari was there? Those are the things people are looking at. Yes, he might be saying the truth. Yes, the truth is truth at any point in time. Nobody takes that away from him. But why is the truth coming out now? Why didn't this same truth come out when Buhari was there that, they instituted Boko Haram thinking with that they could Islamize Nigeria with all their plans, but it didn't work. But at the same time, whatever he has said is it's never too late. So it's better late than never. There's another side of it. But again, let's dive into the details to get the meat of the matter. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaj Muhammadu Saad Abubakar, has told the federal government that Nigerians were increasingly being frustrated by poverty and hunger, thus challenging the political office holders to arise to their responsibilities of protecting Nigerians and uplifting their living standards. So the Sultan also told the government that Nigerians were living in challenging times, warning that nobody should think or say otherwise, including the political office holders, some of whom have acknowledged the fact. So in his remarks at the first quarterly meeting of the Nigerian Interreligious Council in Abuja yesterday, the Sultan said poverty and hunger in Nigeria has got to a point where some people could commit any kind of crime, including murder, for as little as 500 naira. He therefore appealed to the government at all levels to arise to the occasion and improve the living standard of the people. Sultan, co-chair of the NIREC, said the issue of corruption in Nigeria has been constantly discussed at every public and private fora, but unfortunately, it has refused to leave us. It is important we commission research to find out why it is difficult to defeat corruption. Not today. Corruption is part of our gene, so it not go. Leave that. The only time corruption will go is when the person that does not have corruption in his gene, surrounded by similar minds, takes the bull by the horn and start some kind of capital punishment for corrupt public office holders. That is it. It is not normal for politicians to come to office and target the commonwealth of the people. They get richer overnight and no one can question them. Some even become richer than the state. That's sad. Unfortunately, this will continue to happen as long as we have political office holders who come to office and do whatever they want with the resources of the people unchecked. After 4 or 8 years, depending on their ability to manipulate the office, the rots continue in the system. We are living in very difficult and challenging times in this country, and nobody should think or say otherwise. Even our leaders acknowledge that fact. Now, to know you have a problem means you have half of the solution. That is what the Sultan is saying. All right, so the question is, why is this truth coming out now? APC started with Tinubu, with Buhari there. They wanted Ruga. The Boko Haram went around the country. The Fulani herdsmen went around the country, chased people out of their farmland, ravaging, raping old women, and causing problems all over the world, all over the country. The Northerners didn't say anything, including the Sultan of Sokoto himself. It was right in their eyes. Okay, we're talking about food scarcity today. The only reason we have food scarcity is insecurity, because when there was no insecurity problem, people were able to go to their farm, and every market day, raw, organic, natural food materials were coming out from individual farms to the public market, and there was food everywhere, and food crisscrossing across the country. Yam, gari going from south, middle belt to other parts of the country. Tomatoes, pepper, beans, rice, all those coming from the north to south. Meat coming from north to south. Fish coming from south to north. So at the end of the day, everything was working fine until Buhari came in, and because he said attack on Boko Haram is attack on the north. So when the issue started, rather than trying to tell the Fulanis to stop the mayhem they started. They were rather saying that they will they will hold them, they will say they are repentant, they will rehabilitate them, and they recruit them back into the military. Now they have infiltrated the military and the security architecture of Nigeria. And now it is difficult to manage insecurity, and Sultan Sokoto is talking. So have you said this to your northern leader, your co-leaders in the north, the northern governors, the northern elites, the northern political class? Have you spoken to them about this? The likes of El-Rufai, okay, is still causing problem with his family in the north. Yeah. So yes, even if the truth is what you are saying is prevalent today, one, it didn't start from today. Two, can we fight it today? Three, is it more complex to fight today? Yes, because Buhari started it uncurbed for 8 years. And Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. So even Tinubu government is also not going to be different because it continues from where Buhari stopped. And that is why all the mayhem that happened in Kaduna, that happened in Plateau State, that happened in Benue State, Tinubu did not care. He didn't even talk to them. He didn't even go there. He didn't even ask them what they were carrying. Okay? Rather, he was looking for a way to go to abroad with his children to go and showcase himself to other presidents of the world. You know, and then employed people, lunatics, to be doing propaganda for him all over the country. That is just the problem. And now they are looting, and nothing is happening. The looting that is going to take place under Buhari, under Tinubu government is going to be more than what happened in Buhari government. What happened in Buhari government is going to be child's play to what is happening in Tinubu's government. We will see it. They are going to undo so many things, take lands, take oil wells, take oil fields, take a lot of things to themselves. The same reason that Obasanjo did not allow Atiku to take over because of privatization, we're going to see Tinubu do what Atiku would have done in his time. I'm telling you. So it is very appalling when you look, you see elites, people who are supposed to be reasonable, people who are in key positions, in public and private sector, that should put hands together to make things right, have become tribal and religious bigots by default because there are selfish reasons and selfish interest. It is very, very disheartening. When you hear young people that are supposed to put their hands together to reason correctly and call the leadership to order, they have already taken sides. And you expect Nigeria to be good. Only God knows. So when you get to the comment section, people are already speaking. Somebody said, please tell Fulani herdsmen to leave people's farm land so that they can be able to participate in farming and get food for the Nigerians. Talk to the Fulani to leave Nigerians alone. They are the power threatening this country, in the government, in the city, in local areas, even in the bush, destroying people's farm, and nobody care to talk to them. Okay, when someone talk to them, Nigerian government will start fighting them. Please help tell them to stop destroying people's farms so we can have food in the country. That is it. That is the point. The Fulanis are the biggest problem in Nigeria today. So purify your hearts and ensure you don't cheat others for a living. Then God will do the rest. Clean community. When something bad happens, don't be emotional, but be logic and think of your bad side, where you do good and where you do wrong, and adjust it appropriately. The society is filthy and need cleanliness or purification. Okay, oh. Righteousness exalted in nation. That is what he's trying to say there. Somebody says, is he a Fulani? He is an Hausa, and there is a lot of war and hatred among them. The Hausas are facing hell from Fulanis more than all other tribes. Okay? So tell the political leaders, people selfishly and greedily put in power to address the Fulanis, not the Emir. Okay? Our leaders are the real problems of Nigeria. That's fine. Somebody say, God Almighty bless you, sir. Somebody say, why didn't Sultan of Sokoto not send the same message to Buhari? that destroyed Nigeria with bandits and Fulani herdsmen while he was in power? That is the biggest question. Eh? I thought, are you not hungry? This is how low-minded people reason. How did severally? He did severally. People are too quick to forget. There was even protest in Katsina where children en masse went around cursing and abusing Ŵàrí in an uncultured manner. People easily forget the past once they are with the present, especially if that present has some sentiments attached to it. Well, the issue here is that until you tell us that the Fulanis and the Hausas are having issue, before now, we have always seen them working together as North. When it comes to political agenda, they call it Northern agenda. So let them solve the problem. Just look at how some say they're already insulting themselves. I don't want to go there. Nigeria is doing just fine. Tell that to Buhari, who destroyed Nigeria. These are the Ɓàդĺyans with sentiments are also coming out. Nigeria was better during Buhari than the drug lord. Okay. So was that how we were living before when Buhari was in government? That's the question. So they're already insulting themselves. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I'm going to see a trouble coming out between the north and the southwest. Very, 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 very obvious. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. That is what the advice that the Sultan of Sokoto is giving to the government, and those are the reactions from the people.